Hey, what's up guys? Ian here and welcome to the Fit Man Style channel. Now, a couple weeks ago, I did a video called YouTubers to look out for in 2019. And one of the guys I mentioned in that video was Teddy Baldassar. His channel is dedicated to watches, and having been watched his channel for a while, it made me want to get back into watches. In that video, I mentioned three brands that I was looking to get: Citizen, Orient, and Seiko. I read your comments. I appreciate your thoughts. But my first one, I went with Citizen Eco Drive. I will eventually get those other two, but the first one is Citizen Eco Drive. Now, since this is the first of many watch videos that I will be doing on this channel, what do I look for in watches? Simplicity. I don't like those big, bulky ones like, what's it called again? Invicta. Yes, Invicta. I don't like a lot of complications on the dial. When it comes to the bands, I can wear both bands, the metal and the leather strap, but I tend to lean more towards the leather strap. History behind the watch is great as well. If it has a date or if it doesn't have a date, that's fine. And just overall aesthetics has to be appealing. So with that out of the way, let's open up this Citizen's watch and see if this was a good buy or not. Actually not my first Citizen watch. I bought this one a few years back, and this is a quartz. Now, what makes this different from this is that this is solely powered by the battery, which means that I'm gonna have to change the battery in a couple years. As a matter of fact, I think the battery's already dead, so I'm gonna have to take this to my local watchmaker to change the battery. In my neck of the woods, it cost about $10, so not that bad. But this video is about the Eco Drive, and what makes the Eco Drive better, in my opinion, than the quartz is that this is powered by light. All types of light: sunlight, artificial light, dim light, and when it is fully charged, it can last up to 6 months. Now, Citizen created this watch back in 1976, and according to Citizen, this watch, the Eco Drive watches, can last between 10 to 20 years. So that's a pretty decent timeline for a watch to last. There's a solar conversion panel on the inside of the watch, which attracts the light, converts it to electricity, and that's what powers the watch. Now, even though it is Eco Drive, I am told that there is a battery on the inside, However, the battery doesn't have to be changed as frequently as the quartz. I've read about people who've had Eco Drives back in the 90s, and they're just now in recent years changing the battery, like 2017, 2018. They just now changed the battery. So you have a pretty decent longevity with an Eco Drive watch. Now let's talk about the specifications of the watch. As you can see, there's not much going on in the dial there, which is what I prefer. I feel like watches that are too busy in the dial, they take away from the simplicity of the watch. Chrome bezel all the way around, even the crown is chrome. It's a 40mm case. It has a leather strap. It's water resistance up to 30 meters. Now, what does that mean? Water resistance is different from waterproof. With waterproof, water cannot get into the watch, but with water resistance, it can be submerged in water up to a certain extent. And usually when you see the words water resistance, there's a number next to it, like 30 meters, 50 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters. And that just tells you how far in water this watch can be submerged in. With it being 30 meters, the most water that it can handle are splashes. So if I'm washing my hands, if I get caught in the rain, it will work just fine. But this is definitely not a swimming type of watch. It has a date display over there, Roman numerals on the 12 and 6, and it is a Japanese movement. Now, the watch community seems to be very divided when it comes to movement. There's two types. There's the Swiss movement and the Japanese movement. From my understanding, watches that have the Swiss movement can be very pricey. But back in the 70s, the Japanese movement revolutionized the industry, making watches very affordable. They are less expensive to manufacture, and they are very accurate as well. It's a wrap for today. Thank you for joining in my watch journey. I truly appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments, what type of watches do you own? Are you a watch type of guy, or do you just stick to your cell phone to tell you what time it is? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Also, let me know what watch you would want me to get next. So what do you think would be the next best watch to get in my collection after the Citizen Eco Drive? Subscribe, like, share this video as well. I'll be back next week, same time, same place, and as always, stay fly and stay fit.